Hello, and welcome to this HelloID product release video for January 2020. We'd first like to start with a PowerPoint presentation and then demo the new functionalities in this release. We have 3 new options. First, we improve the exchange performance for the creation and managing performance of mailboxes. Second, we included the ability for you to set the manager in your target system. So if you create a user, you can set the managed by attribute for that employee with the username of the manager. So if you create a user, you can set the managed by attribute for that employee with the username of the manager. The third and most powerful option, you now have a generic connector based on Powershell to connect any source system to the HelloID vault. So basically, you can connect with any source, like CSV files, database, web API, etc. It doesn't matter, as long as it's being supported by PowerShell. You can import it into the HelloID vault and then propagate that to any connected HelloID target system. If this sounds like something you'd like to try yourself, please send us an email to isupport@toolsforever.com. Provisioning is available in preview and production environments. Just remember that the configuration and data might be cleaned on every upgrade, which we do on the last Sunday of every month. Okay, let's demo this new functionality for you. So the first item we'd like to show you is how you can manage the managed by attribute in the Active Directory or in any other target system. But we'll show you it in the Active Directory on-premise situation. So we'll go into the HR system and look up Tajird. Let's change his contract. Tajird is now managed by Bartek, and we will change it to Amir. This HR change needs to be propagated into the Active Directory for the user Tajird. His managed by attribute must be updated from Bartek to Amir. We now save, and we'll re-import into HelloID. Let's see if it's re-imported. We go to User Tajird, and now you'll see that Amir is the manager, and we can also see that the manager attribute for Tajird has been updated. We can also show it in the Active Directory. If we search for Amir, Tajird's manager, we can now see that Tajird is also in the scope of Amir. Another item that we have included is that we can now easily update any Active Directory user attribute. For example, department and company are now not being filled, and we can easily update this from HelloID. Go to the target system, and here you can see the new option. Let's take a look at the mapping for the department and give the company the fixed value Enjoy. We save the mapping, and now we do a force update. And now all the attributes will be synchronized from HelloID to, in this case, the Active Directory. So the Tajird seen in account has been updated. So if we go to the target system and look up the person again, you can now see that the attributes have been filled in, synchronized from HelloID straight to the Active Directory. The next item we'd like to show you is the really big change. It's the new source connector. This is the PowerShell source connector. So let's delete this source HR system. Now we can add these new systems. These were already available, but this is the new one, PowerShell source connector. This connector is on-premise, so it's running as an agent in your network. You can retrieve data from anywhere as long as it's PowerShell supported. It can be a local set of CSV files stored in an SQL database or in a cloud application via the web API. It doesn't matter where the data resides as long as the agent can access the data via PowerShell commands. So let's show you how to configure this. We're not going to change any settings. Instead, just click Next, Next, Next. This is the configuration, and if I say OK, I just want to run this import. You can see there is only one demo person. Let's show you where this demo person is defined. This is the PowerShell script that defines the demo user. This one is really straightforward. There is no CSV input, just a simple inline PowerShell code to set one demo person record. Let's change this so you can see the immediate effect. We'll change the display name to Sienen with the first and last name. We save, import in again, and now you can see it has been updated to Sienen because I changed that in the definition of the PowerShell script. So there it is. If you like, you can change the definition to import thousands of users from a CSV file just by changing that piece of the PowerShell script. You can also make other modifications, like the mapping of the data. Now these two fields are mapped to the display name. Let's correct the first and last name. To do this, we need to extend the definition of the connector. You can see we have two fields, external ID and display name. So I have to extend this with first name and last name. So now we have external ID, display name, first name, and last name. We can save it, and then we go here to person in the mapping. And now we have the other options like first name and last name as well. And if we go to our example user, you can actually see that the data is being presented. Now, the PowerShell source connector is a lot more sophisticated, and there will be extensive documentation and training available on how you can use this yourself. This is just an overview of the functionality, and of course, there's a lot more to it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.